So today I finally actually have the G7X Mark III here in front of me. So we're going to be checking it out, seeing if it's worth it. And I did buy this from the Canon website for the retail price, so I'm going to tell you how you can also do that yourself. So about a month ago, I found this camera in my drawer. It's a really old Kodak camera, and I stuck it in my pocket, and I was able to carry it every day, just like it was my phone. For me, like the iPhone, I'm not really attracted to the images it takes anymore, so I just wanted something new and fresh, and so that's where this came in. But the video and photo on this sucks. So that, of course, is when I started searching for a better option. I came across some old Sony cameras that actually fit the bill pretty good, and it actually did video as well. But I did see the pictures that were coming out of it. It just didn't really excite me that much, and I saw the video was a little bit shaky, and that's when I stumbled across the Canon G7X Mark III. And so I really thought I had this original idea to buy a compact camera that could fit in your pocket and do both photo and video, but no, it turns out really ever since this camera came out, it's been a YouTube vlogger's favorite, and I had no idea. All right, so I want to open it up now to really see what the hype is about, see what the camera offers, and see if this is still worth it in 2025. Okay, so the box is small, so that's good. Oh yeah, it's pretty small. Would definitely say this looks pocketable. It's definitely an upgrade from my old Kodak. Definitely fits in my pocket. It bulges more than I would like to, honestly. Given that you could take video and photo on it, I think that's a non-issue. Okay, so if we go through the specs real quick of this camera, I think it'll be pretty clear why this is so sought after even now in 2025. All right, so don't mind me. I'm just going to read the bullet points that ChatGPT gave me because I'm not going to remember everything. So starting off with the sensor, it's 20.1 megapixels. It's 1-inch stacked. It has 4K video up to 30 frames per second, not cropped. It can also shoot 120, but it's at full HD. There's a mic input, and that's very important to me because good audio is definitely key. So the lens is 24 to 100 millimeters. Two other things that are really cool about this camera. I got a little worried for a second because I thought it didn't have it, but there it is. It is a built-in flash. And then I also really like how big this screen is. And if you want to do your typical vlog kind of thing, the screen actually flips around. One more thing, I think this actually has ND filters built into it. And if it does, that's really cool because my R5 doesn't even have that. All right, so before we go outside, I just wanted to quickly test it inside, how it looks with the interior lighting. All right, so since I didn't charge the G7X, I have to move kind of quickly because the battery's going to die. But I'm curious to see how this audio sounds. And I also really want to do a test between not just the R5 and this G7X, but I also want to throw my phone picture and video into the mix to see how that compares because this is supposed to be a replacement for that. I'm just going to go on my normal bike route here, and yeah, I'm curious to see how this is looking so far. It's hard to look at the lens as opposed to the screen that's just above, so yeah. Oh. All right, so now that we shot everything, I want to go ahead and take a look and see how the G7X performs. I am recording on the G7X now with the internal mic. All right, so I first want to look at the videos. I honestly didn't get that much overall just because it was hard to switch between the three cameras, but this is more of just a quick comparison. So starting off with the G7X, I thought the vlog stuff looked pretty good. Then moving on, I did some rolling bike shots, which is really asking to get, shaky footage. So I didn't notice that in the G7X, but I also noticed it in the R5. The R5 was definitely less, but if I just give that a play, you can kind of see side by side. All right, so I actually just had to switch to my R5 because this kept on overheating. So hopefully that's not a big issue in the future. It wasn't while I was filming anything else. So we're gonna keep on moving on and hopefully that doesn't happen again. So looking at these three photos here, the dynamic range looks good, the sun flare looks good, the photo of the bike here looks pleasing. So putting these few photos next to the R5, I think the R5 is always gonna look better, as it should, but the G7X is pretty impressive. And then moving on to these shots of these palm trees, once again, the R5 looks a little bit better even through this window as well. But if you take a look at the G7X, it's really still impressive, especially for something that could fit right in your pocket and also do video. And then moving on from there, I wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I took some really bad pictures of a car in this parking garage. These are unedited. So then if we compare the G7X to the iPhone, it's obviously a more notable difference. The iPhone doesn't do necessarily bad, it just has that iPhone look that I'm trying to get away from. And the overall experience of the G7X, taking photos on it, is much more enjoyable to me. So after reviewing all those pictures and videos, I would definitely say I prefer to use the G7X over my iPhone. And then of course, I think the R5 outperforms the G7X, but you can't fit the R5 in your pocket. All right, so now that we've tested it out, I'm gonna break down how I was able to actually buy this brand new at the retail price. You definitely have to be a little patient. It is a bit of a process. So there's an app called Hot Stock, and what it does is it notifies you anytime a product comes back in stock. And so you could be one of the first people to purchase one of these, but you really gotta be on top of those notifications because this sells out in minutes, if not seconds. So the way I did it is I just found this on Hot Stock. I did it for the black one, but you can also do it for the silver one. I don't think they stock that one as often, just so you're aware. So I set up notifications for Best Buy, for Target, for Canon.com, and I think Amazon as well. There was also other ones like eBay, but if you set it up for those, it's gonna give you like resale price, and you don't want that. You want the retail price of $800. Once you sign up for the notifications, it'll give you once you scroll down, you see like a stock log, and it'll show you when it came in stock and when it went out of stock, so you can get an idea of how quickly it's selling out and how much you really need to be on top of those notifications. So from what I experienced, Canon doesn't put it in stock as often, but when they do, it lasts a little bit longer than the other sellers like Target. Target, it seems like they sell like 1 or 3 at a time, so if you're not like the first one to click on it, you're probably not gonna get it. So I would say if you're gonna go and do it on a website like Target or Best Buy, if they happen to be stocking it, you have to have your account all the way set up and logged in and ready to go. So when you click on that notification, you can immediately check out. But like I said, I actually got mine from Canon.com. They were releasing stock over and over again, and it wasn't until I think the second or third day of them restocking it that I was able to actually check out. So in the app, it does give you the option to upgrade your account so that way you can get faster notifications. I don't actually know if it made a difference. I bought it. It was only like $6 a month. Just make sure you cancel it if you do buy it. There's also an auto buy feature. I did buy that, but it didn't work. I heard that it worked for some people, but me personally, it didn't work. I don't know if that's really worth it. It's even more money. All right, so there you have it. That's the G7X Mark III. I'll let you be the judge if this is still worth it in 2025. I think if you can get it at retail, it's pretty cool to have an all-in-one package that can fit in your pocket. I would way rather pull this out than pull out my phone. So if you're looking for one, I hope you can score on that app. You definitely have to be kind of patient. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you stick around to see you in the next one.